Good evening, everyone. I see we have Hawk Inu in the house. Welcome. Uh, let's retweet the space, share with your communities, get the word out there, fill it up. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, feeling good. Um, the retweet button doesn't seem to be up. I got share. Yeah, your retweet button is not highlighted for me, but I can share it via tweet.
That's odd.
Yeah, but my phone was bugging out beforehand. Happy to be here, man. Long awaited. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been busy. Just a lot of things going on, and well, heck, you're a dev of a project, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always something, right? It's like it never stops. It's always a grind. Yep. But no, we're glad that you guys are here, and just thrilled. So we'll give it like 2 minutes here, and then we'll get rolling.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just tweeting it out.
I see we got Nick in the house, Crypto Parm, Seth. You were here first, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Bio and Visionary Titan. Thank you for coming, and of course, Astro. How you doing? Love the mechanical keyboard.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to go on mute.
It's all good, man. All good.
Yeah, it's quite late for a lot of my community, so I already prepped that some of them won't be here. But yeah, we talk every day, so they're up to date.
Awesome. Well, we record these spaces. So what happens is after the space ends, low voltage, he takes it and puts it on the YouTube channel so you can share with your community and, they can catch up on everything that they missed, which is awesome. But cool, man. We'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Scott. I am the lead dev on Heroes Token. We are a dual network project that has been building through over the last year. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary here very soon. We're super excited. But this space here, the live and in person, this is our attempt at education. What we attempt to do is we bring in other good projects like Hawk Inu, and we have them share what they're all about. We ask them questions. We open up the floor to have the community ask them questions. And, it's always a positive space, but we do sometimes ask some pretty tough questions. And I don't think we've had a project yet that has not been able to come up and answer, whatever question they was thrown at them. So that's what we love about this space. It gives people the education they need to know what to ask the devs of whatever investment that they're looking at investing in. And today we have Hawk Inu. It is the Clash of the Titans, I guess, or I don't know if you want to call it that. It's more of the I guess the alliance of the Titans. We got Heroes and Hawk Inu coming together in one space, and we're super excited to have you guys here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about how you got into crypto?
Sounds good. Hello, all. Hello. Happy to be here. My Instagram, my Telegram name is baseball, base underscore bull. I am the lead dev of Hulk Inu, where we've been out for about 4 months. We are the same team as Wolverino. I myself have been in crypto for a little bit over 3 years, was marketing and, good old degenning. Got off of degenning and got off of pure marketing since Holkino. Holkino is I don't want to say it's my first project, because I wear many hats. But yeah, the first love of my life, I'd say. A little bit obsessive. Can't really leave it. I'm like talking to people and like in real life and still all over Telegram and connecting with influencers. So yeah, um, yeah, that's pretty much my background with crypto. I don't think anyone really cares about my background. Yeah,
No, it's all
market.
cool, man. No, man, I love it. And actually, I degened into Wolverino, back when you guys launched that. It was just one of those things where I've always been a big comic book fan, and Wolverine is one of my personal favorites. Just love everything about the character. And when I saw you guys launching, I'm like, I gotta buy some. So I actually still hold that bag. um, but yeah, no, man, that's fantastic. And so now you moved on to Hawkinu. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. I mean, I see some comic books, I see some great tokenomics, buybacks, and all kinds of goodies. So enlighten us.
Yeah, about the tokenomics is the question, or just in general?
I
I'll be
guess
talking for some
I
time.
guess in general. So you were in Wolverino and you started Hawkinu. It is your baby, as you said. And what is it about Hawkinu that makes it special, at least for you? We'll start there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so yeah, no, so with Wolverino, I was the content, strategic implementation, conflict resolution, and part marketing. Wolverino Dev's like definitely a whiz in marketing himself. He's my mentor, so I was kind of just giving my 2 cents. We did a divide and conquer aspect of launched out Hulk Inu in like the dead of crypto winter when we launched right when Ethereum was valued at $1,000, but we launched with the bear market in mind, right? So Wolverine is the creation of the Meta Brawl Inu game. It's Imagine Super Smash with the top Inu token. So Wolverine is partnering with Shiba Inu, Volt Inu, Shibnobi. The list goes on. They're all going to be in the game, and we're going to be in the game with them. So we took a piece from what a lot of those projects are doing, building in the bear market, right? So things kind of go on standstill at the bear. A lot of shitty projects go. Um, but so our concept was, building in the bear, but we launched an Embrace the Bear Market campaign. So right from launch, well, right from before launch, way earlier beforehand, talking about turning a negative into a positive. So that Embrace the Bear Market campaign, it revolutionizes a lot of different aspects of not just crypto itself, like our side of crypto, but how communities are run. And we want to develop far enough to start to influence crypto's entire space of more communication. I know it's decentralized, but a board of directors type of thing. So what that means for us is daily VCs, continuous updates and promotion pushes every day. AMAs like this, if it's not a VC that day, and then the next day, updates of what has happened in the last 24 or 48 hours, whatever the gap is, if there was an AMA. But also, like less of that mystery, and more of, just saying like, look, this is what we're building. Here's a piece of it. This is the verification of, okay, teams doing the work, teams keeping us involved. And I think a lot of investors, they value that, especially whales. Like you don't know who the whales are a lot of the time. If they ask a question and you come back with some sassy remark or something that's extremely vague, it's the opposite of bullish for me. It's quite bearish to be very invested and involved into a project, but you're always at a maybe. So like we're having calls with promotion companies. I'm updating the community. Utilities coming out, they know what's coming out. If there's a delay, I'm explaining the delay. If there's, a negative of, hey, we're going to do this, go this route instead, it's coming with the solution. And I think that level of transparency isn't seen enough in the space. So I like, with the obsession to Hulk Inu is, one, we had some very unique aspects, things that are very different, and that just touches on, just how we run our community. Oh, also 24/7 community, so no more than 5 to 10 minutes of silence in the community. So anytime you have a question or want to chat, there's always a member there. So I mean that's kind of standard practice, but we've been doing that since launch. So it's 4 months of continuous engagement and answering questions. So that's one side. I've connected with a lot of my community members. We take feedback. We accept every single thing as long as it's a question. Your shit's gonna get deleted if it's a spam, but if it's a question that's what somebody would see as funny, we just embrace it. We'll stop what we're doing and we'll go and we'll talk it through. And if it goes too long, we'll say, hey, hop on VC or jump into my DMs, and then I'll post the solution up later. So these things, it's addictive, turning these no's into yeses of like, why aren't we doing this? And then we explain in detail and like, no, okay, I get that. That's bullish. And then you start to see them hyping up the chat with us. So, it's nice seeing that. And then you see buys come in, and so that's beautiful. And then the other obsession part is the things we're doing across the market, like our staking, very unique, no lock tokens. Our V2 staking, extremely unique, along with our NFT concept, revolutionizing the comic world and patenting that concept. So it's obsessive in the sense of, like, hey, if we just get to we've already done one roadmap. If we get to this roadmap's milestones, it's like that inevitable. It's that, no matter what happens to the market, Holkino is still going strong. So this fighting the bear market, surviving the bear market, and adapting to the bear market, that it's nice. I like I like the challenge. I like the push, and community loves it. And we're holding strong and moving forward, building out new utilities. 3 new utilities are on the way already.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I really truly appreciate that. That's something that's hard to do. We had done it for a while where we did not daily, but we were doing, at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, where we were doing updates in our Telegram, and it was a very small amount. It kind of dwindled down where it was just there weren't that many people coming in, and we started doing these spaces. And I did that because we were always there. We were always available for the community, and we always are. Even now, you go in and you pop in, and there's destined to be a dev available to answer a question, if not definitely a moderator. And, but with what we were finding is it was just we were getting kind of a lack of interest in those updates. So we started doing these spaces where we were introducing other projects and sharing updates as we went. And we found that could be a little bit more successful. We're consistently putting ourselves out there, and I think that is key. We are transparent as well. We always take on any question, and like you said, if it's FUD, I mean it's FUD. But we give everyone their fair share before we decide that, hey, okay, now you're just pressing the buttons, right? Yeah, I truly appreciate that. I give you all the credit in the world for being able to get in there and do those daily VCs. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Am I on mute? I am not on mute. Okay, yeah. No, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, it's yeah. I'm also doxed with picture on the website. I try my. It's hard to explain as far as like, yeah, I know everyone talks about transparency, but yeah, okay, this is a good example. So it went from the standard engage with the community 24/7 TG. We had 24/7 VC open, but eventually you start to lose the interest. Someone comes in for a quick question here and there. But yeah, so the daily VC was the twist to that. But the unique aspects to it is like, I'm doxed, but it adds in us vlogging. So we're doing like a world tour, a world conference tour. So planning out different conferences to go to. So I'm still seeing if I'm going to Hong Kong in like a day. It's not seeing lately, so I'm going to be trying to plan out going to Toronto for a conference. But the idea is when I'm doing this, it's vlogging it. I'm not walking around with the camera, but like as if it's an Instagram story. So the members are there with us, updating, sending pictures of the people I meet. Same thing with World Tour AMAs. That would actually be a vlog. Going like fly out to your Adam Shelton's, Believes Crypto, Pablo Crow, and gifting them merch and whatnot, making it fun, partying. So a little bit more of here I'm your dev, but then a bit more of I'm your dev and here's my lifestyle, or here's a glimpse into my life. But at the same time, it's not like we're just partying, we're networking. So I like these aspects. Some of that of like, dev that vlogs. I know there's been like these docs hookers of them just sitting. But that's boring. But then moving to a conference is okay. Look at our dev networking. Look at him go. Look, oh shit, he's drinking another Red Bull. That's crazy. Stuff like that. A bit more entertainment involved with professionalism.
Right. No, I get that. And I did as much as that as I could when I did NY or NFT NYC. Were you at that event?
In New York City, I was at Chainlink SmartCon.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I attended that and I kind of did a similar thing, not video, but I every opportunity I had, I took pictures and posted them on Twitter or in our Telegram and shared and it does help. Yeah, it's just gets the hype out there and the networking aspect of it alone is worth everything. It's just worth the trip to attend one of those events. So no, man, that's great. So tell us a little bit about Hawkino. What are you guys all about? I know you dove into it a lot, but not quite all of it. I know there's more. I've heard you talk about this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I guess I'll go on like the same structure as how I run these. So as from the past to present, some of the things that we've accomplished, of course we got CMC, CG. I mean, come on now, it's been 4 months. But yeah, like the top influencers are on our side, so and more. So we have like a list of all the influencers that support us. Part of our Embrace the Bear Market campaign is negotiating long-term relationships with these influencers, rejecting them if they're not bullish. And the idea is get them bullish. Either in the beginning it was an AMA tour, so AMAs, and then like hound them like, hey man, like legit, is this what you like? Do you really like it? Do you think it's going to go far? When we get the yes and say, okay, we want to partner with you, we'll shout you out anytime that we can. So if they like jump into our spaces, I'll like stop what I'm doing, give them shout outs, and send clients their way too. Um, on top of that, we've trended everywhere. All socials are up and updated, listed on multiple listing platforms like CoinSniper, CoinHunter. We were on Sushi Swap, but yeah, that's part of the Embrace the Bear Market campaign. Yes, sure, traditional forums are great, but transferring it over to going to conferences in person, I connected with OXC, connected with a promotion company in China. Things like that were a lot more impactful for the longevity of the project. But then at the same time, OXC is a very large exchange in the USA and is primarily coming from China, which we know is very hard to get into. So those type of things we've done. I stray. I'll just stick to the utilities, what I'm used to. So yeah, we launched our staking dApp the 5th day of launch. To date, we've probably like 12 or 13 Ethereum. I know it's 12.5 last I checked, but it could be 13 Ethereum is distributed already to our loyal holders. With how it works is the staking dApp, there's no locked tokens and you're rewarded based on volume and the amount of tokens staked. So very similar on the volume aspect on how our marketing wallet fills. So it's a bit more even Stevens for the team versus the community. So yeah, so that's out, and that was to hedge the risk against volatility, be comfortable holding. Briefly after that, we released our Hulkino raid bot. So when we started, we were doing a lot of raid contests / raid training. So the raiders, we would help them out and teach them on why they're not winning the raid contest. It was daily, sometimes twice a day. So we had some influencers kind of heated, but any request of stop, we stopped. But yeah, so our Hulkino raid bot, it runs raids for you inside of your Telegram. So it's not gonna, it runs raids for you for your team members or community members to follow along with. So like 3, 2, 1, and then there's a shill group that you choose the list. And then it goes on again for 3, 2, 1. But you can also add in a template. So it'll be 3, 2, 1 shill group and then template of your choosing, which you can always update. And you can delay the time between shill groups posted. So great for automation, great for new launches. Great to cut costs and not have to hire a raider, but at the same time, you can hire a raider to oversee. But otherwise, your mod should be able to do it. So we use that twice a day with our raid team raiding. And then our members are able to jump in, and our lead mod is overseeing it. So I get to see that in action every day. So yeah, so That is the second thing that we've released. The third would be our Hulk Inu Tamagotchi NFTs, which require an entire. I'll talk about those more in a few after I let you guys speak because I've been talking. Yeah, the Hulk Inu Tamagotchi NFT is very unique, one of a kind. Every single person I've spoken to, like over AMAs or over DMs or at the conference, um, no, like, no FUD about it. I even get a bit arrogant, so they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy." It's like, "All right, listen, challenge me. Tell me what's wrong with these." But they love it, and so those are out, and they're more than halfway to sell out of round one. And then our Hulk Inu comic, I can talk about that because I can get that done quickly. There is 2 pages out of 15. The following pages will be for Hulk Inu holder eyes only. So utilities attached to that that'll read your wallet and see if you hold Hulk Inu tokens to a certain amount. But yeah, so this is the Hulk Inu Hulk versus Bear, the war on Ethereum. So it kind of displays what we're doing with the project in comic form with some Easter eggs as well for our members to look into and talk about. But yeah, we're not going to be selling comics. We're going to be patenting the comic concept and also releasing the comic collection as a collector's edition NFT to launch out our Inu Studios. But that is the future, and we're talking about the present. But yeah, so the narrator for the comic is Kyle Hebert. He is the narrator for Dragon Ball Z. We have a video of him reading our script and a link to his IMDb so everyone can reference it. And yeah, so then right now you see the beta of it. He's reading it, and then it'll go. It's a video, so it'll go panel to panel with him reading the text. But we're going to be incorporating sound effects, music, and 2 animated videos inside of the comic. This concept is what's going to be patented and then marketed outside of crypto. But again, that's the future. But yeah, then we will be getting royalties from this by being patent holders.
Nice. All right, so let's jump back to your staking, man. What made you guys decide that you wanted to go with a non-time frame staking platform?
Yeah, so we do touch on this. Actually, everything I talk about is in the white paper, but people like to hear it explained with a little bit more detail. The
Well,
reason
really,
why,
nobody
right?
likes to read, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I read like 2. I've written like 20 white papers, but I've read like 1 or 2, and then I'm done reading. I'm like, okay, that wasn't very helpful. So yeah, the reason for staking with no time frame, no lock period. It is part of the Embrace the Bear Market campaign addressing fear, uncertainty, and doubt inside of the market. So we wanted it to for members to be able to stake, knowing the whole concept of a look, let us build, especially in the beginning, of like yeah, sure, like they want to see results, and we're putting pieces out. We're like, yeah, we want to see it live. I even had callers saying, yeah, I'll wait until this is live, until you guys get another post. But we move very quickly inside of our community. So yeah, it's something where you're able to hold and feel comfortable along with communication and seeing the work and seeing like new aspects instead of in the background of like, oh, because it may like fall through whatever our concepts are, like if we're like, oh, we're talking to this promoter, we're talking to this person. But it's nice to have it that they're seeing work consistently, also getting rewards in a low period, no volume or low volume, low rewards. They get it, like, all right, let's pump this up. They're motivated. So it's kind of a middle ground for us, right? Like, if people are focused on staking and they want more rewards, then it's like, get more involved, let's show with us, hype up places, be in these AMAs, ask questions, things like that. You know what I mean? So it was something to make our holders more comfortable. You are on mute if you are speaking. Oh man, I put you guys to sleep.
No, I'm sorry, man. I my phone for some reason went unmuted, so I had to grab the other one. So Yeah, no, that's great. And I think we went to a little bit different avenue there with. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. No, we went a little bit different avenue. We actually implemented, staking into our contract, and it was seamless and easy and gasless, but we couldn't get the we couldn't get it out there. It was one of those things where people just didn't grasp it, and we just recently went to a more traditional staking platform just for the marketing. I think is was our primary goal, and that was our play in this market to try and break down that barrier and get more exposure. And we're planning on going back to our in token staking in the future. It's just this was a marketing strategy, and it was a way to get our name and our project in front of more people. And but now I love the fact that you guys have that no time limit, and that's what our in token staking was it was you hold it as long as you want, but if you hold it for a period of time, you'll get the rewards. If you don't, you can always withdraw and take your profits and take off. So I love that. That's absolutely awesome. um so on to your comic, and what you guys are going to be trademarking and gaining royalties. So where are you guys going to be focusing those efforts? Are you going to the comic book companies, or are you going to go to a different avenue? Maybe try and incorporate like uh I don't know, I guess other comic series.
Yes. So there's multiple different avenues that we planned out. So all of our marketing, yeah, just it's nice and simple. All of our marketing plans are multi-level to different areas, right? So it's not just this is the one place. So as far as our plan, like our roadmaps plan, we move in practicality. So interconnected utility and interconnected movements, and one step leads to another. So with the comic, it launches our Inu Studios. So that's like our marketing campaign for it. So the NFTs sell out, and then studios are up, and people that hold our collector's edition comic get profit sharing inside of our company. But at the same time, there's going to be extra utilities added, make it nice and bullish. But so there's it's all the comics will be from the company. So yes, we're going to be making comics for free for the Meta Brawl Inu characters as like good faith and like celebration incorporated in the game. But yeah, so that will be like our reference list, right? Like we've made the art for Shiba, Shinobi, Wolverino, Captain Evil, Volt, um, and then it goes into a creation company where you can use our services, or anybody can upload their artwork and be verified, kind of like an Upwork thing, and we'll be like a mediation, like how PayPal can, like, I forgot the name for it, but you hold funds until services are rendered. So yeah, that's part of the marketing for the comics. The other side of the comics is part of that revenue goes into marketing. So because they're semi-video format, but there's also two animated videos in it, we can promote similar like how a TV show would, or like a movie. So like YouTube ads, before you watch your clip on YouTube, throughout Instagram on Reels. Yeah, that's the social media side of things. As far as in person, we'll be attending Comic Cons, the Comic Con, and anything else that's focused on comics. So that'll be fun as well. Unique, I haven't done it. So that there's that side of it. Yes, approaching companies, but yeah, just getting it everywhere. But none of that happens until our patent is in, and then we're good to go. And having the patent will also be marketable too.
And
So
you've
yeah,
already submitted the patent.
no, that's not done yet. We're on page 2, and the patent's like 10K. So yeah, so we'll be making it. We'll have the company up and everything, and making it we know is a timely matter. But yeah, once we have the product, then yeah, it can be patented. So it'll be kind of like NFTs are coming out, patent is on its way. Studio opens up, we have the patent, we make it for all the other characters as well. And yeah, so with that, they can have it for free, but if they want it to be financially, get finances from it, then we're legally entitled to a portion of that.
Absolutely. No, that's great. Awesome. So, when did you launch your first NFTs?
Oh man, good question. I guess is like a month ago. I'm not too sure. The NFTs were a headache from start to finish, but now they're great. Now I'm all like, oh, we did it. I'm very proud of it. That's part of that obsessed with Hulkino. You get over these humps, and you only get positivity. And like you'll get critique here and there of what you're doing, and all ears open, sweet, and if someone's very passionate about it, I talk to my team, with whale investors as well. We all make moves together. So I want to say community based, but it's a bit more than that. It's a bit of like yes, we're based, but we're not all knowing, and our community members have given great feedback. When you're doing 100 things, your members they're more detail oriented. Like this is missing. So sweet, awesome, incorporated directly. Um, what was the question?
So it was when you minted your first collection for
Wow,
Hulkino,
yeah,
which
I
you
really
said,
trade like a month ago.
yeah. And I do see you've got quite a few different collections here. So did you do those in a timely fashion, like once a week, one a week? Because 4 collections, 5 collections, and then you're currently minting the Tamagotchi.
No, so they're all the same collection. But yeah, as far as those designs, yeah, we were bringing them out in pieces of saying, hey, NFTs are coming, NFTs are coming. And if people were getting unsettled, it's like, oh well, here's the next one. We could have been like, here's surprise, look at all the NFTs, wow, bullish and buying them all. But instead, we brought out piece by piece the concepts of, here's the NFT, here's the concept, here's part of the concept, here's part of utility, here's the next evolution. So yeah, no, in pieces, and it took some time.
No, I love that. Yeah, that's fantastic. So, what is the next step for the NFTs? Can you share
Well,
that or not?
yeah. Let me tell you what the NFTs are for the people listening as well. So it's NFTs meets staking meets nodes. The node aspect is the evolution of the NFTs, right? So what's unique about these is, when you get an NFT, you're hoping for legendary, you're hoping for rarity, and then you're hoping for, like it to be, if you don't have a rare NFT, you're hoping that down the line, the whole collection becomes rare. So, they turn into extremely long holds, and, no control is the person holding the NFT. So this is different. You are in control of your rarity, and you're in control of your ROI. So how that works, right, is the first utility of the NFTs is staking rights to V2 staking. So we have V1 now. We'll close it out in a nice, respectful manner where members are whitelisted, and V1 staking is still always there, but rewards stop going there and they go into V2 staking. Um, so they get rights to V2 staking and they compound their rewards. So simply compounding your rewards is how you evolve your NFT. And I'm sorry if I stray. I've been like working nonstop for 15 hours. But so you compound your NFT for it to evolve. And on the staking dApp, there is not a lock period. It's the same thing as what I explained from V1 staking, except the added addition of USDC rewards. So you have a hedging your risk against the volatility of the market by, DCAing out or DCAing more into Ethereum. And you can even you can play on, you're getting your rewards. Do I want USDC this day? Good time to check out of ETH, or do I want ETH because it's low? Um, so there's that side of it. Oh man, I'm straying. Okay, so you compound. There's this on the staking dApp is evolution bar, and you have every 8 hours you can choose to claim or compound. Bear in mind you can always withdraw your tokens, but for claiming your compounds, it's at an 8 hour period. Um, So that's the Tamagotchi aspect, right? You got to remember to feed your NFT. If you miss the feed, nothing bad happens. But with these NFTs and the V2 staking, it marks the race to Valhalla. Our final evolution in our NFT is called Valhalla. Um, the first person to reach Valhalla wins $10,000. Second person wins $5,000. So with that being said, everybody's racing against the clock. So 8 hours, 1 second. All right, I compounded, sweet. And then you're in a good place for winning. If you miss your alarm, you're out or whatever. You're still good. You can't really see anybody else's standing. It's just you got to hope that over this period, other people miss it. So that's one aspect, right? Um, Other aspect is every time you evolve, your staking rewards increase by 10%, and when you jump to the final evolution, increases 20%. So at Valhalla holders get 50% increase staking rewards, free merch, zero buy and sell tax inside of our chart in perpetuity, profit sharing inside of our Hulk Inu comic studios. The increased staking rewards. Yes, there's
Yeah, man.
oh
You're too quick. You say you're tired. I'm about to give you a break, and you keep going. So, but no, man. I know where you're at. I've been there. I've been 48 hours awake, and your mind doesn't work the same as it does after you've had a good night's sleep. So I appreciate you taking the time and being with us tonight. So don't that's not been taken lightly, man. We really appreciate you being here. But no, that's crazy. So if somebody acquires one of these NFTs, they automatically will earn rewards in their choice of USDC or ETH. And depending on what they do there, if they continually compound, they can race to that $10,000 prize or second place $5,000 prize, and then a whole boatload of other benefits, right? So are you foreseeing that after that prize is taken, that there's going to be a fall off?
so it's planned out, right? So all of the numbers are from the revenue of the NFTs. They're intrinsic. 10% does go to the team, but the rest goes back into the project. So the fight with these NFTs and all of the conversation and planning for them was all about a win-win situation for the members, the investors, and for the longevity of the project. So in between each round, there's a 12 Ethereum buyback into the chart. So over the 5 rounds, that's 60 Ethereum that goes back into the chart. So one side is the person that wins 10,000, person that wins 5,000 has been compounding consecutively, building their bag, right? So compounding they're building their Hokinu tokens. And they're also increasing their staking rewards. So you're getting a 10% increase, but every time you compound, the next compound is also increased because there's more whole Kinu tokens that are being staked. So the idea is by the time that they reach Valhalla, not only have they paid off their investment for their NFTs, but they've also got a shitload extra position inside of the chart, and now they also have $10,000. And the idea is NFTs sell out. It's not we're fighting the buy the rumor, sell the news. So when NFTs sell out, boom, other NFTs go, and they already know, okay, shit's about to go down here. Like even more bullish stuff is happening. So they can choose. Well, no, Fallout, no, they're awarded $10,000. It's not from Hokinu tokens or anything. But what's interesting is with this 8-hour timer attached to it, something we call an organic market maker. Every 8 hours, volume action inside of the chart is happening. We can plan marketing around those 8 hours too. So no, plus these Valhalla holders, they want to keep their stake because they're getting 50% increased staking rewards in perpetuity. And how that works is kind of like a bank. It's based on volume. So every 8 hours, people are compounding and claiming. That builds volume too. So they're bouncing rewards off of each other. So that builds perpetuity along with us, obviously funding it in the staking pool. So no, it's meant for something that they don't want to get rid of it. And then they also have a super legendary NFT that they can sell off too. But all of this doesn't affect the chart. It just transfers it to somebody else to get their rewards. So that's what's nice about it too. So that's part of that win-win situation. How the rarity works is Valhalla's only available for this round, and we're already more than 50% sold off. So after that, each final evolution doesn't exist anymore. So next round it goes to the fourth evolution, then third, second, and then the final round will just be staking rights. The idea is FOMO. People are super excited. Staking's fucking bullish because it functions correctly. So people will want to get in too. Giveaways are attached to each round too. So the final round we're giving away $10,000 too. This round's 5,000 in different pieces. So and again, all of this is practical because it is from the revenue generated from the NFT sales.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let's talk about the token. So is there any, I know you kind of went into the tokenomics of it all, but is there any other utility for the token aside from, the staking rewards with NFTs?
Yeah, so as far as tokenomics work, we burnt 49% of the supply over the time throughout the bear market, maintaining floors. Buyback feature is in, so 1% goes into to buyback, which will eventually be auto buys, but currently it's to be able to maintain the chart. Liquidity, adding liquidity, and 1% for staking pool. But as far as other utilities that exist now specifically for the token, I mean, so the NFTs are intrinsic; they're connected to the token. Staking as well, and the Houdini rate bot would be more communal of utility. But pertaining directly to the token, yeah, I mean it counts. Merchline is coming out. We already sent out the sneak peek. All profits received from Merchline go back into the charts. We're making a utility that visualizes this. So it's different when you have IRL income, and then you have the blockchain where everything can be tracked. So we're building up. That's also quite revolutionary and like a bit of a disruptor inside of crypto. Like we're giving you 100% back, but then nobody can see. So this way you can track what money's coming into a wallet and where that money is going. So we're having that for multiple aspects. Right now we are beta testing streamlined income into the chart for that exact utility. So I'm calling it the Mr. Utility now. I'm thinking it's going to be named the Infinity Project. Idea is the more and more it grows, the more and more income is coming into the chart. And that is being visualized with that utility I just mentioned. So no matter what's happening with the markets, if all marketing just halts, it's just illegal to market crypto anymore. Then Holkino is still just going green. No matter what, red comes in, green is still coming in. So think how that organic market maker works. But this is from like external resources too. Another utility is a project integration. So existing utility in the project will be integrating as well right after our merge line. So 3 utilities are on the way, and it won't be long now.
No, that's something that I think the space is missing. I know we had looked at that and have really embraced it as far as looking outside of the crypto space to bring funds into the crypto space, right? So having a real world product and application and use that will introduce non-crypto people to our product, to our crypto, that is, I think, key. And having that built into your project is just fire. I love that. I think we need to see more of that because, really, how many, just how many Hawk fans are out there, right? You guys have got the name down. Now, with that, though, is there going to be any issues with copyright infringement? Is that something that you guys have looked into?
Yeah, absolutely. I got that question a few times. Before I answer that, I just wanted to clarify that this streamlined income, it's not from outside of crypto. It is inside of crypto, but it's streamlined into our chart. So kind of think like an auto buyback, something like that.
Okay, okay, I
Um,
gotcha. Yeah, I was reading it as you were implementing a out of crypto product that streams funds directly into your product or into your crypto,
yeah,
which is
that's like the merch line. Yeah, merch line, yes. Mr. Utility, no. Mr. Utility's inside of crypto. And
I
Comic
gotcha.
Studio and going forward, yeah.
Okay,
For the copyright question, a lot of people have asked that. No, it won't be an issue. So Wolverino did have that issue. Wolverino's design and color coordination, I guess is the word if I'm remembering right, was too close to Wolverine. And they had to change it and they had to get a legal advisor on board, which is the same legal advisor that I mentioned earlier for the patent for us. So they had to change their logo and design into what's called chibi style, but also that it had to incorporate different features, different designs of the costume. So there was too many similarities, right? So now, I mean, you can still see the original design. I think way back in Wolverine's pins, and yeah, so we use that same style. Um, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, and then also Hulk Inu looks nothing like the Incredible Hulk. I mean, it's a dog, it's a green dog, so I mean they can't copyright that. That's not anything that infringes the IP rights. And the other side of it is, I understand if we were the Incredible Hulk Inu, but we're not. We're Hulk Inu, so that also can't be an infringement on rights. For an example for that is think Hulk Hogan. It's just a name, and so we go off of the theme of Hulk. Also, for the Meta Brawl Inu game, Hulk cannot just be strong. Same thing for copyright issues. It has to be inspired by. He can be strong but breathe fire, and same with our comic too. He has a sword, and more superpowers will come into it. So it's think about like you're writing an essay, right? You're getting facts from somewhere, and then you're making them your own. So that's how our copyright infringement works. So we're good. Legal advisor has is good, and Wolverine was over a year old with zero issues too.
no, fantastic.
Well, not zero, but you get it.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm gonna open up the floor here. If anybody wants to ask a question, by all means, please request to speak. We'll bring you up. Um, but no, I appreciate all that, and I like where you guys are going. Is there anything that you missed that maybe I didn't ask or you didn't cover already?
Yeah, I just made a post of what to expect, but China is one thing I wanted to talk about. It's very difficult for a lot of projects to get into China. If you're considering it, don't do it. I'm in like a private group with a lot of these top devs that are inside of the space, top Enus, and it's just nothing works for China from Telegram. My Chinese investors told me that also there's not really these influencers like our Maythouse, our Gooby, our Senzu, our Kingdom Calls. They're not there in China. So we got to talk to the promotion company, and now we have our contact person close to signing our deal, getting paperwork sent to me this evening, or by the time I wake up tomorrow. The original plan was to fly to Hong Kong for a fintech conference, and then go meet with investment companies. But it's on the 31st, and it takes like a day and a half to get to Hong Kong. So I mean, right now it's not looking likely, but there's the other side, right? So this is the we've been hyping up like we're gonna go to Hong Kong, but the promotion company they have other clients and they're busy, which is also bullish. But yeah, the idea is, look, my community is expecting something, so let's get to a deal. And we're getting at a deal, signing the paperwork, and then able to promote up. We're partnered with this promotion company, but it gives more time. They wanted. I was going to be in Hong Kong for a month and going to investment companies, and it's still possible. They can. I told them, if you send me a DM saying, hey, yeah, come this date, I'll book and I'll fly out tomorrow because it's exciting times. I'd vlog that as well. Multiple conferences are happening in Hong Kong. But so yeah, so other side of that looks like we work together. They'll be hooking us up with AMAs for communities there. Also AMAs for family businesses and investment companies to establish networks, and they'll be doing more promotion online, paid ads as well down the line. But otherwise, it would be January what makes the most sense. Fly over, stay there for a month or even more, since there's no Christmas and whatnot on the horizon. And yeah, like basically plan out investment companies every other day. So very exciting for that aspect. Other than that, we're going into Instagram as well. We have a viral promo contest that we did, and the winner's idea that the community voted for, we're exploring. So entering into Instagram and a lot of other places because it'll be kind of like reel focused, like Instagram Reels.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, 24/7 music channel will be developed as well. I think that's just about everything. That's if you guys wanted to see that in writing as well, it's pinned in our community, the second pin on our Telegram, and I have not tweeted yet, so
Yeah,
it'll be tweeted.
absolutely. Um, yeah, so I hear you. We have tried to break into the Chinese market several times, and they've all just flopped. So we're still not giving up, but we're not being as I don't know. I guess we're being a little bit more reserved with it, I guess is the best way to put it. Because we have, yeah, over the last year, we've put in a lot of money and effort into breaking into that market, and we just haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you feel like get feet on the ground, book that flight, go there in person.
Yeah,
So I think
you
it's
know
what
what?
you
Send me your address. I'll give you a hero's hoodie to wear.
need.
I'm just kidding. You're like, wait a minute. No, not doing that. No, I'm just teasing, man. Uh, no, but dude, I really appreciate it. I know you've been up for 15 hours. I don't want to keep you any longer. I don't think anyone has any questions. No one came up to ask. So, I think you've gone over the project really well. You're always welcome to pop into our Telegram and say hi. And, I encourage all of our community to check out your Telegram and your project and your NFTs. That's why we do these spaces, is to bring other investment opportunities to our community so they can learn and diversify, so they're not holding all of their eggs in one basket, right? Because that is the wrong way to invest. You want to be able to look at the other good projects and diversify and hold multiples, because one week one may pump while another one's dumping, right? And the one that's pumping, you want to take your profits from. And it sounds like these NFTs are nothing but profits for as long as you hold them. So that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I appreciate the time. No worries on the 15 hours. I'm used to it. I still have like a handful of things to do before I take my nap. Um, but yeah, no, absolutely. I did I pinned up the Hulky new Tamagotchi's pinned to your what we call the Jumbotron so you can see it in the space. I know I'm late. I always forget about the Jumbotron. I actually thought about it but right before I started speaking and boom, out the window. But yeah, absolutely, man. Same for you guys. We do similar things like this. We do project to project collaboration AMAs. On Saturdays, we do a Smash Space. So I invite a few projects. It seems like it's turning into like a guest list type of thing. And everybody pitches. And the idea is, bringing devs together and we'll make like a dev group going forward of, dropping for some advice like, hey, this one's verified Weibo. Should I get it? And the answer is always no. Use this instead. Yeah, you guys are always welcome on our side of town as well. If you guys want to do a project to project AMA after some time, I think this kind of uh, got the information for both of us out there. Unless you guys think no, we have a bunch more info, we can organize one. Or you're always welcome in our Smash Spaces.
Oh yeah, we got enough to take up 3 hours of your time, but yeah, no, man, we'd be honored to join in. So yeah, hit me up and let me know when the next one's available, and we'll see if I can coordinate it with my schedule.
Sweet, yeah, it'll most likely be next weekend, but yeah, I have like a list of 8 or 10 projects that are waiting for this week, this Saturday. But yeah, we'll see. You know how crypto is.
I do, and yeah, no problem. I also retweeted your post up top on the jumbotron from the main Heroes account, so all of our followers are going to see that we retweeted it, and hopefully they're all going to check it out and come see you guys.
Oh, sweet. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah,
Absolutely.
anything you guys need from me, feel free to DM. I'm more than happy to help where I can with influencers or utility devs, et cetera, et cetera.
I really appreciate it. And again, thank you again for coming on and joining us. You know, we just love hearing about all these other great projects that are out in this space that are building in this bear market. And you know, I'm so grateful that you guys came on and joined us, as I am with all the projects that come on and join us. So. And if you guys ever want to come back for an update, just hit me up, man. We'll set it up. I think right now we're booked out through 23 for our Thursday night space, which is pretty crazy in this market.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You said 23 like the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, our live and in persons are booked.
Damn. Okay. Well, then, yeah, sign me up for your next slot.
All right, man, you got it. I'll hit you up in the DM and we'll catch up then. All right.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Take care and Hulk out.
All right. Thank you, and thank you all for coming. We'll catch you next Thursday.
Yeah.
Bye.